Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we fight the divinity in every run. So this is something that doesn't happen often. I actually super am cool with this. Someone actually asked me a question on my Discord server in order to basically invite discussion. So my opening topic today is favorite outdoor activities. Well, so I'll start. Obviously, I'm the one talking. You kind of have to listen to me. But basically, I love to run, is kind of where I'm at. It's a really nice mid-range sort of physical activity that keeps you active. I really enjoy the experience of being outside and simultaneously outside but also not around other people, which is really nice. So it's a very good time for me to just think about things. I do a lot of my D&D campaign planning while running, things like that. So my favorite outdoor activity is really just running and choosing different environments for that, right? Depending on if I want to be in the neighborhood, which area of the neighborhood. I live in a really beautiful sort of peninsula area, and the truth is that it's so nice to run down to the basically the beach, right? It's not really a beach, it's more like one of those. I think if you live in the UK or Ireland, you know what I mean, but it's like one of those rocky, gravelly sort of beaches. Not that it's not like a sandy beach like you think about in the Caribbean or whatever, but it is still technically a beach. Anyway, I run up to that and I get to just kind of like do some of my other stretches and things on the halfway point at the water side, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Love it. You get a lot of great breezes coming through, things like that. Big fan. So, and then of course afterwards I do the extra run back. So, usually I do something along the lines of like a 5K every day, pretty much. It varies a little bit, but that's pretty typical. And yeah, it's just sort of a nice thing to do. That's one of my favorite outdoor activities. Beyond that, I mean, I love camping as much as the next person. I'm a big fan of cabin camping, so renting out like a nice cabin somewhere in the wilderness. And the nice thing about it is I don't have to deal with tents and things like that. I don't feel like dealing with tents and 5 billion mosquitoes of the Persian Empire and things like that. I'm in it for just being outside and enjoying it. So I sleep inside in the cabin, and we have cool, marshmallows and other things. Like there's like a fire ring nearby, and then there's a fireplace in there, and it's got a very cozy vibe. Huge fan of cabin camping in any environment. I especially love wintry months and just generally snow times. I love snow. I'm a huge fan of it. Can't get enough. But yeah, so that's my contribution. If you have any opinions on your favorite outdoor activities, let me know. I like this. Also, I will add, if you have cool suggestions for things I should talk about in this section of my Train of Thought series, let me know. I love that. I actually think it's great getting questions from folks about like what kind of stuff am I interested in or whatever. It's really awesome, actually. It was fun to see that and then actually put it here. Anyway, we're playing Monster Train, so let's do that. Our previous run was with Primordium. What was the number? It brought us up to 269 wins. Yeah, sure, big number. Great. Keep going up. We had, yes, it was my friend Furnace Tap. This was an excellent run. We ended up with a intrinsic -2 on a Furnace Tap. I made 2 copies of it, and ultimately just slammed that on Superfood Primordium, and then eventually, even though I had Perils of Production in the run, the goal was just draw fast enough, remove enough trash, and you'll find the Perils eventually, and the first few turns, whatever, I don't have Ember, it's not a big deal. And we ultimately just did that and funneled stats and buffs into a Crucible Warden that went absolutely crazy. Really important, the early game was actually quite weak, as I recall, and we had to skate by early on until we could pull it off. But once we saw that Furnace Tap, I had the idea in my head, and I said, all right, let's do it, and we did it, and it worked great. So it spiraled pretty quickly thereafter. I would say we managed to pull it off in Ring 4, and some of that was huge RNG. I might not have gone in on it on Ring 4, but we managed to pull it off with some good draw potential. So, good stuff overall. Today we're moving on to Little Fade. Fantastic. Always look forward to Little Fade. And yeah, we'll go ahead and hop in. So, as always, do like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Those things are super cool, awesome, and exceptional. and you're all great people. So let's go ahead and play some Monster Train. Let's click the button. Hiya! Alright, oh buddy, here we go, another Umbra run, my favorite, incredible. So, anyway, hope you're all doing well today. I'm doing just fine. You've probably noticed by now that I've sort of migrated my channel a little bit back to primarily Monster Train. Now that I've finished the Inkbound series and things like that, we're dealing with a daily challenge and then doubles of Trainwreck and Train of Thought. They're just solid series that do very well at the moment. I'm a big fan, so this is very similar to something I did a long time ago on the channel before I started branching out a little more. And if a game comes out that I'm really very excited about, I said very ham about, and I realized that doesn't make sense to people. That's not what people say. When I say I'm ham about something, it means I'm excited about it. But that is not a phrase that normal people use. So sorry about that. Anyway, I've been, like, if I see another game that comes out that I'm very excited about, I will hop in and we'll figure something out. Maybe I'll add it as a, I don't know, a fifth video on the week or something. We'll see, or rather sixth. But yeah, no, all good. There's definitely a few games I do want to play on the channel. I might do separate series for these. We'll just kind of see. And yeah, kind of get back into the swing of just some generic old Monster Train. I'm a big fan, so. Alright, let's get in. Today we are facing... Well, first, let me start by saying we're Exile melting default Umbra. Never really happy about seeing Umbra. It doesn't play nice with pretty much anything we want to do. But the truth is, it's probably fine. Right? It's probably fine. It's Fade. What could go wrong? Besides losing. We're facing Explosive Sigil Daedalus, Ragefell, Chase Seraph, Entombed Explosive, Packed Morsels, Mortal Entrapment. It's a decent Morsel opener. We could do Alloyed Construct. I'm never really excited about Morsel gameplay, but if we can lean into it, I will. It's good to plan around that possibility. Decent Eternal Flame opener. I mention it only because we have the starting guy that can be reformed very well, the Entombed Explosive. He makes Eternal Flame much better, which normally suffers a little bit because you have primitive molds that you can't use because Fade's not dying. So... should be okay. Mortal Entrapment is also just generally a pretty decent card. It's hard to use. I think it's worse than something like Tiresome Climb, but I also think Tiresome Climb is just kind of ridiculous. Like, really good. So, Mortal Entrapment is probably more in line with healthy balance for that kind of power level. Also, the daze is just 3 out of the gate, so that's pretty cool. Before I click anything, temples today are 2, 3, 4... and 8. I'm glad we at least have one on ring 8. That's good. Temples are... so 4 in total. That's pretty decent. We have Magic Steel on 8, of course. Steel side has the Hellvent. Nothing fancy. Magic and Steel on 7. Magic has a Vortex. Steel has a Cave. Cool. Steel no Magic on 6. Hellvent on the side with Health and Money. Pretty weak unless I really need that dupe. The Horde Steel Shop Cave is much stronger on that side. Trinket Shop with double money here, by the way. Actually huge. And a Cave. Pretty awesome side on Ring 5. Competes with a Magic Shop with Vortex, noting the lack of Steel Shops. So 1 and 1, no Steel, no Magic. Seems okay. On Ring 4, we have Steel, no Magic, which means we get double Magics early, and we do, as you can see. We have an Umbra Banner, Vortex, Horde. Pretty good if I can at least use an Umbra Banner for something, or if I need it. At least at a minimum, Vortex Horde is usually pretty strong. And then the Steel Shop, however, does have Health and Money. It's kind of weak, but maybe we lean into the double money Trinket Shop. We'll see. Early game double Magics, Remnant on Magic on 2, Umbra on Steel on 2. Sure, seems okay. You know, it's like I'm never excited about either of these, because on the Remnant side, I mean, a lot of things are active, and I'm good with it, like Lady of the House is fine, but there's some weird hits too, because you've got the money guys, right? I don't know, and going to the Magic side, you really want a Magic like ability that you want to upgrade a spell, that's good. I guess like Mortal Entrapment could take a double stack, but that's not really selling it for me. We're going Dark Forge first, of course, it's Fade, we're going to click Firelight here. There's a possibility of doing Little Icarus. You could maybe feed it morsels. I've done this once before, and then you use something like Immortal Trade to keep it alive. We don't really have the pieces for it, and it's always a very high-risk approach. So, whereas Firelight should just be really good, right? One of the things that Firelight does is it weaponizes Morsel Master because it's just a one-space guy. Oh my god. Monster Train you shouldn't have. Is that a Waxer Snuffer opener with my Firelight Fade? Ah, it is. It is. That's really strong, in fact. The cool thing about that is it means that my Divine Hordes are suddenly much worse now. So I was originally thinking, oh yeah, I can probably take it, but now I can definitely take it, and it's like, alright, fair enough, we'll see what we get. I will just take Winged Steel here. It is literally just a draw relic for me, so that's fantastic. Incredible. Unit draft, however, I will mention, this is a terrifying unit draft, right? Pretty much the only thing that helps us here is the presence of Entombed Explosives. Whew. I have 15 shards, Guardians of Light, the backline could get upgraded, or I could get an upgraded Priest, which is ideal. You pretty much have to hit the Entombed Explosive correctly. The problem is these guys in front will pop it. I don't think we take this unit trial here, actually, in sort of a crazy fashion. Okay, we did actually roll pretty well here, so... Interesting question of how do you approach this. I kind of want to do... Fade. I know it's not ideal. This basically does nothing, is the thing. But it sets up this second floor to be pretty decent. I do have to... Again, remember, the double triggers here are pretty strong. So, what I think I want to do is now play upstairs with the Burnout 1 Fade, and we're going to double Steward here. This sets up this top floor to actually achieve something really good. Bottom floor, I kind of was hoping this guy would blow up in a different fashion, but it's fine. I'm going to crack Packed Morsels. We're going to put 6/6 upstairs. I guess I'll put some stuff downstairs. Didn't hit that reform. That's okay. This guy downstairs is apparently cracked, so we're going to see. We at least only take 8. Give me a reform. Thank you. Reform good. Gosh, I mean, I kill the front guy at least if I put it up here. Do I just... Is it possible for me to win downstairs? Yeah, alright, never mind. I'm over here just definitely overthinking this. I'm gonna put down... Yeah, the morsels swing, but the important thing is that... Yeah, I don't even have to worry about top floor, because he dies in 1. I had to make sure the math worked out. And then he passes away and explodes and finishes it off. Great, 8. That was pretty dicey, actually. I think we were at risk of taking a lot more if I had taken the trial. It's dangerous. I'm going to take Purifying Cleanse. While Burnout is pretty well managed, I do think we should take a Burnout Extender all the same. Molten Encasement's fine, but, you know, grab a Space Prism here. Big fan of that. No units, unfortunately. I'm usually willing to trade pretty much as you can imagine, but I think I was at risk of possibly eating dirt. You know, the Entombed Explosives do crank out 100 damage on the floor. I probably was okay to take that trial in hindsight. Man, it just looked really scary is the thing. Like, different draw order could have changed that a lot. I think I'm okay with where we landed here. Now, there's a lot of things we could do. The problem is... Okay, here's the thought. I can at least take an Endless if they show it to me, right? Entombed Explosive, sure. I don't have a lot of money, though, is part of an issue. I do consider that a problem. We don't have a good holdover target, so our magic side is kind of garbage, honestly. It's basically just a Remnant Banner and hope for the best. Maybe you top a double stack and we make Mortal Entrapment pretty decent. Left is also pretty bad, admittedly. But at least I could feed morsels to something. I could top an Entombed Explosive Endless or a multi-strike and put it in basically anything. I think the Steel Shop is better here despite everything, so we'll go left. We top a Large Stone, which is awful. Morsel Maker is weird because he's 1 space and creates 2 little dudes. Now, that's not great, right? Think about this, because how do you play a turn 2 unit? He's essentially taking 3 space. Now, you could make this work if I saw, Morsel Maid or something. Fine. Morsel Maker is the bad one here for Fade. Morsel Master is the stronger one because it's a one-space unit that I can just kind of keep on my floor. I'm going to grab the Warden here. It's just sort of okay. I don't need any of this other stuff right now, so we'll chill. Plus 30, a 10 in piercing. I do like 10 in piercing Mortal Entrapment, but I don't think I need this, right? The thing is that I'm not interested in this card because of the damage. I'm interested in this card because of the days, and we're going to stay low on shards otherwise. There's no reason to go hard here. We're going to hopefully hit a draft, or another unit draft or something. Alright, I think we can take this unit draft. It's damage, we have better controls on this one, should be okay. I can do something like Fade, play bottom floor, and then we play Morsels, right? And these Morsels gain attack here, and are able to swing and sort of just crush, right? Yeah. It's good, in fact. And then he eats it, and it's excellent. So that's good. We're going to go ahead and blow up bottom floor completely. I will reform Fade. Who I'll put middle, I guess, right? She will die because this works out, right? Bomb goes blam blam. The 5 comes into her. She attacks into... or gets hit by the redirector, and it's good. Then we take a Train Steward for money. Yeah, cool. Decent. Fine. Incredible work. I'm going to play just a normal Entombed Explosive here. We already win on this floor, right? 6 turns at 40, we're fine. So there's no reason to put this bomb in that's exploding. We're going to remove it from the pool. Okay. Single Morsel should swing this. Yeah, it does. We actually also see Fade again, so that's cool as well. Yeah, it's fine, actually. Cool, great. Looks like there's a lot of spikes being applied, so that is a risk, but we're okay. We get through this, we get everything, great news. Molded is fantastic. I have Firelight. I do not need a third Entombed Explosive. Dripfall's not it. We didn't see a draft, keep that in mind. Taking this Mind Collapse, so I have something that does damage. Cool, great, we did it. Paraffin Thug. Baron is also fine here. Reminder that most of our damage is actually coming from something else. So Baron is superior to... what is it called? Little goober warden buddy. I couldn't remember his name. I could self-infuse the Baron right now. That'll have to maybe do. We don't get many other options. Yeah, I'm fine with it, honestly. We're going to go right. I think. Play it a little cool. The Magic Shop is less interesting to me. A -2. I will put that in Mortal Entrapment. This is helpful to make sure this is playable. Probably duping the Baron and self-infusing, but I suppose I should hold off. There might be a better dupe target, right? There's also always the possibility I see like old magic here and then I make another dupe, so we'll see. Huh. Petty Theft. It's early enough I could make this work. It is a ping, which is cool. I can't kill Fade with it, sadly. Heaven's Gold is probably safer. Heaven's Gold means if I leak horribly, I don't die painfully. I really like Heaven's Gold. In general, it's a very good safe pick. I'm going to take that here. That means my dupe is honestly going to just be the Baron. We can no longer see a draft. Unfortunate, but it's fine. I am going to self-infuse them here. I can just put the Warden in front for the time being. Good enough. 55 is fine. I feel reasonable that Fade with Wax or Snuffer can pull that off with this whole setup. I am looking, however, would still take Morsel Master. Alright, Fade gets shot in front of Shade Splitter is pretty good. Big fan. I will feed morsels up here. They also do kind of just punch the boss, which is entertaining. Great. I'm letting units walk up because they will feed Morsel Buddy. Not Morsel Buddy, you know who I mean. Baron. Sure. Mortal Entrapment. I'll daze him, sure. Shoot the man. Great. He's dazed. Fun. Doesn't do anything, but I'll still do it. Alright, this is as simple as reforming Fade and letting this go. Now, there's an argument here for bomb, actually, instead, but I think you have to fade. I also think this is not a fade in front angle. This is a fade in back angle. I want her to swing on something and then burn out. We can just bomb mid-floor to oblivion here, and that's fine. Great. Cool. Mid-floor gets blasted. Great news. I'm looking for that space prism at some point here. See what I reform into. It's not the one I wanted. I'm going to crack the morsels to draw a card. Hey, that's what I wanted. Okay. That means we can do bomb in front, which is very strong, and I can put a morsel down, which is also sort of what I was hoping to get. Oh yeah, and unfortunately that morsel does attack into Daedalus's 1 spikes. Well, that's my mistake, I suppose. I guess we feed Baron a little bit more. Oh well. Little fade. Well, that's a shame. That's okay. He swings, we'll play the other Entombed Explosive, and we'll at least clean it up. Great, it's fine. We're happy about it. The double Waxer Snuffer angle is doing a lot of work here. It's sort of just fine. Cool, Fade drops in. I'm going to fish for a damage. Yeah, I was going to say a damage morsel gets me that last hit here, which is exactly what I was hoping for. I'm going to pull... Ah, I can't actually do that. Great. Cool, this is acceptable. Okay, we finally get her killed. I can go ahead and mold back a bomb. Yes, play the morsel upstairs. It's exactly what I wanted. Good. Burnout extension will go into the Baron, who has like 100 and something damage and everything. He's actually really popping off. So that's really cool. We easy win here. Yeah, it's actually super simple, in fact, to do it. And then Fade goes in and it's free. Yeah. She doesn't even die. We actually win too fast. So all I have to do now is hit multi-strike, pretty much. Some solution for multi-strike is it. Trample Stone is one option that maybe negates the need for a multi-strike. I'll click it. Trample 100 and something damage on that Baron through. It'll do. Morsel Master is very strong here. He's small, which means he's basically multi-strike. We take that. That's good. I want card draw more than anything else. Just see more primitive molds. I have space already from a space prism. It's fine. We'll go left, I think. I need to remove cards, but I also do need to look for some multi-strikes. See some options here. Alright, we see a multi-strike. Okay, we're popping off. In fact, the right play is to make Morsel Master completely blow up here, right? We'll go Morsel Master, and we'll put the Crucible Warden Infusion in, and that unit will crush. His tiny size makes him an ideal candidate for this. Yeah, sure, Heartstone is good enough. I was going to say a plus, Damage Shield 3 would be ideal. We want to fully upgrade him here so I can stop thinking about him, though. That's really good. Spell Chain? I don't think so. I'm going to go ahead and do Warden into Morsel Master here. Super defensive. Excellent offense. Fantastic. Dupe ready immediately. No intrinsic. Purge. I am going to purge a Shade Splitter here. Yes. I want to leave some of them in. Reminder that Morsel Master has the fun thing where I can play a morsel behind him and it gets cloned, and then all those morsels gain little Fades buffs. So pretty strong. But now we could just go endless little flame. Wow, little Fade here, and that works out really well because we have the Waxer Snuffer to make up for it, right? The big advantage, I don't have to worry about her dying because she always has small amounts of health. She also swings before dying, which is neat. It can help, right? And she gets double extinguish triggers, both of which are Waxer Snuffered, so cool. Her health does go up, but it's much lower than when she's reformed. So that's a consideration. Alternatively, we could just go completely ham. I will say, Morsel Master as a unit has no self-scaling, since we opted to give him the multi-strike as opposed to Baron, which I think is still correct. We can make more copies of him. So more than likely, I think doubling the 12 to 24 here is just way better. I'm going to go Firelight all in, I think. Yeah. we want all that scaling going into our units. I'm going to go ahead and cut double stewards because these things are actually unplayable here in sort of a big way, right? The problem is that they can't actually ever get played or they eat my reforms. Let's move on. 90 is fine. I was going to say I'm not afraid of big guys. I'm going to take the multi-strike. We should be more than okay here. In fact, it may benefit us to make sure Fade dies. Cool. So the way we want to do this is we go Bomb, Fade, Warden, Clear Floor. Yes, got it. I will play a Train Steward middle to catch that Collector if that's how that works out. Okay, he didn't end up working out that way. That's okay. We'll Reform twice to get Fade back. And I'm going to put Baron down in front, who's a better tank. I'm going to use the bomb to catch the Collector, and we're going to spawn morsels. Watch this, right? They get to attack from her scaling now and clear. They overstack the floor and clear the enemies, so we're in great shape here. Fantastic. Now, unfortunately, we did not get the thing we wanted here, but that's okay. I can and will pop the fellow in back first, which will draw me a card. It'll do. I can play the bomb, which is correct, and gets me scaling. I'm going to put a lifesteal morsel down, I think, which benefits our friend Baron a lot. I'm going to go ahead and put the trample in back here because it started scaling first and is way ahead. Cool. We get a reform here. Yeah, unfortunately, we're not actually getting what we really want, which is Fade, but that's fine, I suppose. Let's pick some morsels. Yeah, sure, damage morsels seems good. Great. Cool. Neat. In fact, I didn't even play the explosive buddy because doesn't matter, so. Alright, give me Fade back, please. Yeah, our buddy is actually passing away here, which is suboptimal in truth. I'm going to feed him that thing, which will have to do. I can't. I was going to say I could maybe kill Fade, but I can't do it with Mortal Entrapment. That's okay. And we'll take a Rubble Morsel middle. I'm going to bring back the explosive here. This will hopefully make sure that one of my molds will guarantee the Baron returns. So, and then that should be just, what, a free. I mean, we actually already free win here, right? So that's pretty cool. Great. Huge numbers. Absolutely massive numbers here. Fantastic work. Crush. Cool. We get tons of scaling. We're doing great. I also pick up Mold Braces, which is great defense. Wonderful. Remnant Host is cool for my Barons if I care, but I don't think I do. I'm just going to skip it. Don't need the Wicked Blaze here. Money has more value to me. Do I need the Ember engine upgrade for Ember here? No, I don't think so. I barely need to cast spells as is. Ember Cash is cool. None of this matters. Alright, we're fine. Now, removals are huge. I don't actually really need to go to this trinket shop, believe it or not. I have pretty much all of the best trinkets for what I want. So, I might just go Magic Side. Right? I think that's great. Take the removals, which are huge. I would take a double stack. Yeah, actually, I will take Days 6 here. This basically super enables us to just ignore bosses. We stack days so fast. It might not matter anyway, but let's cut the last stewards. Those need to go. I will buy -1s for something. Sure, Molded can get it, and then I'm going to put a +10 on Mind Collapse just so that I can do something there. Not going to reroll or whatever. I could reroll and take money. I might as well grab the money. It directly benefits my Heaven's Gold. If I reroll, it's just a -1, so let's just stash this. Although, actually, maybe I buy a removal instead. Cut a Shade Splitter here or something. I don't want to go too low on these. But I think the ratio of 3 Shade Splitters to 5 Primitive Molds is right. Yeah, we'll move on. It's good to clean up cards when you can here. Mark of invasion. Yes, money. Dollar bills. We like it. Okay, we should be able to clear this out no sweat. Yeah, what a fantastic turn one, actually. We get to play all of our lads simultaneously, which is actually kind of great. Now, we lose the Umbra Stone, unfortunately, but should be okay. I think we need a bomb downstairs, actually, to be sure. Alright, we'll be fine now. That clears up the scary wave, so we're good now. Space Prism, we bring back Fade. We will also bring back the little guy. Fade comes down, it's good. I should really consider bomb in front, actually. Yeah, this actually works out well. Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and stop Mr. 15 by 2 on middle, and then we just kind of chill from here. Yeah. Now, we are giving the mold braces triggers, too, which is kind of fun. Hey, look, it's Little Fade. Fantastic. Let's just play a Shade Splitter real fast. Sure. I don't really need to scale Fade, but also it's fine. Am I scared of mid-floor at all? Yeah, bomb them. It's fine. We should play Purifying Cleanse to extend that burnout, I think. Yes. Bombing it is just safety measure, right? Okay, I do want to play Trample Stone here. Great news. Begin the Reform pick. I want to try to get Trample on front, pushes these... Yeah, we're fine. Cool. Let's just keep that guy out of the pool then, and we'll chill. Great. Excellent. Alright, let's Burnout Extend there. We're going to go ahead and move, pull these things out. We will take Fade. She gets shot here. It's exceptional. Look how much armor. We're actually scaling armor here, which is a lot of fun. This is a good opportunity for packed morsels. Sure, yeah, great. We'll put that down. And I guess it really doesn't matter all that much. So I'm just going to leave this stuff in my deck for later. We're fine. Cool. Okay, now I want to somehow damage this boss. So there are a few ways we can achieve it, but this is something I need to solve before the end of this run, is how do I actually damage a boss like this? I mean, it doesn't matter. We have a 240, 270, but I can tap it with the Mind Collapse or a bomb here and get away with it, I think. So I think this is fine. Yeah. Okay, so we have the tools. We just have to draw the tools. That's a challenge in and of itself, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and put a bomb down for funsies. Yeah, this is an easy... Oh yeah, we actually draw the Mortal Entrapment, get sent. There you go. Top decked it. Alright, nailed it. Cool, the Baron is contributing as a kind of big face tank here, which is nice. Resin removal is probably great. We're past ring 5. It's not diligent. I don't want Wickless recruitment. Crushing Demise is okay. Can crush things out. Crushing Demise might be better here. I think it is, actually. Alright, we'll take that. Skip this other junk. All good. I could have taken Prism Retrieval. I am going to dupe the Morsel Master eventually, but I don't think I need to do that now. I'd like to prioritize removals. Maybe see another multi-strike for the Baron or some upgrades for him. I'll even take Damage Shield at this point. We're going to go left. See what we roll into. Yeah, actually, Damage Shield 3 is a really good setup for him. He only has 15 health. I could Endless the Bomb here, which is pretty cool. And have enough for a reroll. Alright, we're just going to give him plus 25 and chill here then, right? I think that's true. Exploding Candle is fine. It's not an extinguish trigger, but it's fine. There's an argument for the concussive coals, but it's very whatever. Horde... Oh, Votive Key. Well, alright. Votive Key means Little Fade always has 1 health, which is really strong. So we'll just do that. Okay, incredible news. I'll build a card. Sure, what do you got for me? Something that does damage, so let's use it to kill our friend Fade So frostbite, damage, space? I do like money for Heaven's Gold. I don't think I need more space. We have enough for what? 1, 2, 3, duped 4, 5 for fade. In the last slot, you just slot in a morsel for buffs. I don't think we need space. Let's take cash. You know I love cash. Cool. Sick. Awesome rolls. And we just go ahead and bump this guy with a plus 25. He's just a face tank, and that is okay. It's good to have one in Firelight runs. And we will be duping the, what is his name? Morsel Master anyway. So I'm good just never looking at a steel shop again. Fantastic. We move on. I think we have this. We've solved all of the problems. The problems being, how does my floor live? How do I scale? What am I scaling? Stuff like that. I think we're golden on this. Can I bottom floor this? I think I can, right? Yeah, and then we'll just have to, you know, bomb hard elsewhere. Yeah, we'll just have to do, what? Entombed Explosive Kaboom, and then other Entombed Explosive Kaboom. And we're doing decent on that. And I'll have to reform one of those goobers, and we should be fine. Oh, they're endless, right? So I will have to do something upstairs in order to actually clear this floor out because, right, enemies exist. Yikes. Okay, well, suboptimal, I suppose. I will blast the one dude, which, oh yeah, it lets me blast the other guy. Heh, we got it. Game is actually free. Incredible work. You could have played top floor here pretty comfortably, and it would have been okay, but there's also kind of no reason to do it. Have I damaged you? I have. Get out of here. Let's reform here. It's more important. Alright, we have a burnout, 1 fade, endless, which is good. The rest of this is not as important. Good. Great job. She must be played first. It's always true. Is there any reason for me to do anything else? I guess I can put the bomb down, right? There's no reason not to put the bombs in, right? Yeah, because he sweeps through, so it's actually just cool. Seems good to me. Yeah, then you just keep playing Fade. We'll crush upstairs to get that out of here. And then I may as well also play the Entombed Explosive here. It's fine. She burns out. That's funny. Hadn't even thought of that option. We'll crack the Packed Morsels. Guess it doesn't really matter. They're all going into Fade here. Whatever. It's fine. Oh yeah, it's hard to remember that the mold braces are an element of this. So if you get if it gets shot, it doesn't really help. But let's go ahead actually and primitive mold back this Entombed Explosive and just have it chill. And that's going to have to be okay, I think. This is fine. Great. Absolutely outrageous amounts of damage. We 100% free win this. Great job. We did it. I'll take money. Dollar bills. Incredible. Cool. Easy mode. Crush the boss. Everything is fine. Moving on. Cool. Remnant Pact is, you know, fine. If I didn't have Votive Key, I don't think this adds enough. I could Umbra Stone multiple units, but that seems redundant. I'm just going to skip for money. It's fine. This is just card draw, right? I think so. I don't need the space for anything. We're fine. Yep. Good. Great. Removals? I think so. I think we can just cut stuff, right? I don't need the steel shop again, so we're fine. We'll take cash. I don't know what we're buying. Probably something. Yeah, probably something. I'm going to make old magic free. That's good. Pays for itself, right? Take the money. It doesn't matter. I will go Firelight 3 here. I've already decided I want that plus 40, plus 40. As far as removals, I think we can actually do Primitive Mold, Shade Splitter cut here, and this is okay. Go down to 4-2. And then... Is 20 Consume good on anything? I don't think so. We're going to re-roll this. Plus 10 is maybe interesting. I don't think it's that interesting. Frostbite 16. No, I'm going to make Crushing Demise free, and I think I kind of hang out here, right? Purifying Cleanse I'm not super worried about. We generate Lifesteal and a whole bunch of other things. I think we're cool. Just move on. It's fine. Yeah, good stuff. We will do Self-Infuse on the Tomb. We're going to play Mark of Invasion. I can comfortably spare some health. I'm going to go ahead and Self-Infuse the Entombed Explosives next combat. Now, I think we should... How do I math this out? I think we go Fade, Warden, shoot one. We should redraw Fade. Good. Play her again. Now we play this other one. And now I need to find a... What is it? I need to find a Perform, but then I can get her... Yeah, alright, we're good. We're good. I was like, I'm pretty sure we can get her the Burnout 1 setup, which is great. Incredible work. And then we just crack this. Drop in some stats. Put the Baron with the Umbra Stone here. We'll crush middle. Ah, it's the wrong unit, but it's fine. I will play the bomb here. It doesn't matter. We chill. Great work. Oh yeah, funny. I wasn't even thinking Exploding Candle was the one doing it, but I guess that makes some sense. Great work. All good. Play some stuff out. Do I need to bomb anything on here? Not really, I don't think. I think we're actually just super fine with the trample and everything, so... Okay, great, fine. Good by me. We just kind of chill. The morsels actually pummel, by the way, which is fantastic news. The rest of this is extremely whatever here. True. Okay. Great work. I already generate lifesteal, so I'm not pressed about this. We pretty much just play Fade and then just shoot something, which is great, and then chill. So that's works out great for me. This is a wild turn. I ping one thing, and the whole floor goes wild. Extremely fun. Right? I was just cool looking at the combat preview there. Okay, Fade upstairs, great. We crush downstairs, cool. I'll play the Jeweler. Alright, we don't see the answer to this Mortal Entrapment, rather. It's fine. I have to find... What? I have to hit that more... Yeah, here we go. A lot of these tools answer it, right? Great, we did damage. Good. We'll crack this. Big stats, I think, are fine. They all go into Fade because I didn't really think about this very hard, but that's okay. Not playing the other bomb, it doesn't matter. I just need to do some damage. We easy win this as is. Great stuff. Cool. We did it. Good job. One round. I think you died to the Frostbite. Unreal. Cool, we're good. Now, Devourer of Death suddenly is a much more attractive infusion than the other Entombed Explosive, so I will take that, in fact. I like the wideness of it. Prism Retrieval, I can grab that. Now that I've got this other stuff I'm doing, it's fine. We're going to go for the dupe. It's cool. Great work. This is all sort of preordained in a lot of ways. We're going Devourer of Death into Entombed Explosive. Excellent work. The plus 30, I mean... Intrinsic is as simple as... Is it the Space Prism? I actually think it might be the Prism Retrieval. Guarantee that I draw 2 units on turn 1. I actually do like that. Let's see what this Trinket Shop has. Nothing particularly outstanding. I mean, Fade's First Blade, whatever. It's fine, I guess. I get essentially no value here, but I will re-roll for a Burnout 1, maybe? No Burnout 1? Ah, it's fine. Sure. None of these are impressive. You could take the precious plating. Money has value, though. Oh, a Pyrestone housing. Hold up. Do I want plus 25s in any of them? It was just a large stone quick, so I'm not really pressed about it. None of this really matters. I want to save my money for ridiculous pyre attack. I think we just dupe the Morsel Master here. I am going to cut an Entombed Explosive. I kind of don't mind him being here, but I don't really want to play him either. Sure, I'll cut him. Now that we have the Devourer of Death. And I think the rest of this run is just fine as is. I'm going to put a plus 30 in the Mind Collapse so we have a little bit better reach here, but otherwise, no big deal. It's basically an accidental train wreck. We're right next to it at 190. I could have very easily gone higher if I'd wanted to. I'm going to sit at 109 pyre attack power. It's a ton of damage. Anything walks, it dies fast. And that's good. So let's go ahead and move on to Chase. I think we absolutely crush this. It is a train of thought, so I kind of don't care that much. But notice how a lot of my runs are trending towards this high shard business anyway. So fine. Is it bottom floor angle here? I don't think I need it to be, but I think it could be. Which is interesting. This is what? 11, 50, 80? Woof. So 80 in the back and then 91 incoming damage. Fortunately, 2 of those 25s break off on the Wickless Baron. I think we're actually good if I go Fade, Baron, Master. I'll take a Space Prism. And then Prism Retrieval. Whichever unit this hits is good. Great. I will happily take the other guy. Because I can crack the Morsel Master here. Throw in some damage shield and clear the floor. This is a turn 1 setup that clears the entire floor. Absolute truckloads of damage and power here. Fantastic. Now, putting the bomb in is a good call. I have to crack the Pact Morsels. I'm looking for, yeah, I was looking for a 6 healther here, I think, is the important one. But he still falls. It's okay. That's right. That makes some sense. I guess I'll put the bomb middle. It'll kill something eventually. So, sure. Go get him, bud. It's a lot of damage and a lot of scaling. That number works out in our favor, though, because we can at least do something here. Great. I get the reform on the morsel here, which is very cool. Great. And I can actually crush middle to do more damage to the boss, which is entertaining. And we chill. Absolute large amounts of scaling here. Fade drops in. I could put the bomb in, but I don't know how much it matters. It's kind of a weird situation if I'm being honest with you, because I may as well put the bomb in, right? It pushes a lot of damage through. Yeah, it certainly does. Cool, and we just shoot the boss, I guess. Take more cash, and we're fine. And we lose all of our next turn's Ember, but we push tons of damage through, and that is honestly okay with me. We also get a lifesteal morsel on this turn, which is neat because our man in front has 212 max hit points. So that's good. I think we're going to be fine, y'all. I think we figured it out. Well done. I'm going to actually get all these morsels sacked as well. And then I'm just going to Mortal Entrapment the boss here because it's entertaining to me. I will pop the Scary Fellow here. I think that does save some health. Yeah. It sure does. Cool, we push large numbers through, fine. It doesn't affect any of our ability to actually play units and stuff, so it's kind of whatever. And I can absolutely still just shoot the damage into the boss here, and we hang out, and this is all fine. Our man is actually just fully trampling through the entire floor, so that's kind of cool. Anyway, I'm pretty sure the boss doesn't even hit me at this point, so great job. One attack and then it passes away. Yeah, easy. Cool, great, we did that. Excellent news. We get blank pages, which actually does possibly get in our way and actually won't even activate, so let's just click it and skip it. You gotta think about it. I'm gonna be votive keying Fade every single turn, so it really doesn't matter. Wonder if I can get a bottom floor set up here too. No, we can't. I could if I had double drawn units, but I can't here, so that's fine. We'll just go ahead and play it upstairs, and it's alright. Sure, sure. I will hit a prism retrieval here. You know, hitting the bomb is not what I wanted to hit with that, but it is okay, I think. Sure. Sure, sure, sure. This lets us at least get a lot of farming in, which is pretty cool. I don't have space upstairs yet. I'm going to go ahead and just play the bomb stuff out. We do a lot of damage here with the bombs, so I'm okay with that. One guy walks on me, not a problem. Space Prism, Fade is good. I can and should just pop this fellow. That seems pretty decent. Then we just bomb middle, huge damage. Doing excellent. Burnout extension, we'll crush downstairs. Incredible roll, we get rid of the Dark Wings. I honestly don't even mind that they're attacking me upstairs. I haven't even prioritized any of my special stuff, right? Oh, hit the big guy. That's a move. This works well. Pop one here, blow up everything, seems good. Now I can't really go ahead and do anything particularly fancy here, simply because, like, morsels don't really work, right? I guess I could get them killed. It scales the Baron, I suppose. That's true. Explosive buddy downstairs. We just extend the burnout on the Baron. Cruising, I think, right? Yeah, it's a lot of scaling for our lad, which is pretty fun. So, big fan of that. Fade upstairs seems good. We'll just go ahead and, what, shoot the man, I think. Doesn't matter. Now, I could actually do some scaling here and do alright. I'm actually going to hit that Mortal Entrapment. There's no reason not to now. So, oh yes, by the way, these morsels do in fact get extra scaling that they hold on to when they come back. Right. Makes tons of sense, in fact. Great work. Go team. They do get eaten here, but that's fine. Incredible work. This should be straightforward. If I put the bomb in front, it will push good numbers here, right? Because it does 15 by 3, which does kill both of these friends. And then allows us... I mean, it would have trampled through anyway, but still. I'm going to shoot the guy downstairs because it means... What does it mean, actually? Does it mean anything cool? Not really. I'm just going to shoot the boss. I mean, we win next floor. It doesn't really matter that much. I was going to say I'm trying to think of some fancy way. It doesn't mean I can crush middle, which was what I was really trying to articulate, but it just does not matter here, so fine. Shoot the boss, I guess. We're good. It's over. Well done. Blasted. Excellent. Still scaling harvest triggers over here. Seems fine. Alright, cool. Great work. Well, we managed to have an excellent run here. It's about as good as I was expecting. You know, it's one of the few things I really like about Little Fade, especially Firelight in particular, is that activates Morsel Master as an offensive line, this unit usually struggles really hard to make an impact. But it turns out with Little Fade, especially with Waxer Snuffer, just having something that says it's one space is pretty darn good. One space banner unit, solid. I can do this exact same build with Offering Monument, with Lodestone Totem, although Lodestone Totem is a little expensive, but it works. And those are the only other two that really stand out to me as options here. All the other ones are non-banners, right? Like you wouldn't want to use a Glacial Seal for this. You don't draw it fast enough. If you're going to use anything for it, use a Draft, right? Draft is the optimal because it comes with Burnout and has the multi-strike. So, but Morsel Master is probably one of the better ones for it. Weirdly. Crucible Warden had a great infusion here. Very defensive, big fan. Entombed Explosive doing excellent work. Could have actually gotten the first Ring 1 trial, but I was a little bit concerned about draw order. Not a big deal. We picked up steam quickly. And yeah, the rest of this just completely spiraled, I think, which was fantastic. I mean, it's Firelight plus Waxer Snuffer opener, man. I don't know what else to say. There's really not much else here. It's nuts. The Votive Key, of course, removed the need for my reforms altogether in the end. We weren't even using them. I was just not clicking those cards. Pretty ridiculous. And yeah, also even got Mold Braces, which is wild. Double Stack did show up on the Mortal Entrapment. Just really good setup here, honestly. Absolutely confident. Our floor is so defensive, I was able to set up into what, like 80 plus damage on Chased on bottom floor. Crazy. But that is how it works out, so fair enough. Cool, great work. I don't really have a lot else to say. Devourer of Death did a fine job here. Love that infusion with Waxer Snuffer. You hit 30 AoE is just chef's kiss. The rest of this is just periodically playing big morsels behind my Morsel Masters, which comfortably take a ton of stats from Fade and then blow up enemies and then get eaten. It's great. So, you could also, there was a retch that I skipped. You can do some fun things by keep retching back the same morsels that gain stats from Little Fade. It's actually kind of silly. You can result in like 200 plus damage morsels. It's not really worth it when you're already winning this hard anyway. It requires more choreography than you'd like, but it's fun. You can get big numbers on morsels, and then there's always that one moment where you could like kill the boss with a morsel. That's always fun, so you have an option here. But otherwise, extremely solid game plan. Works out for a victory. It's Little Fade, man. There it is. All right, so brings us up to 270 wins on the series, and I'll let y'all go there. So hey, thanks a lot for watching. I honestly really appreciate your time. As always, you can give the video a like if you want. You can subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.